Hwang Ui Jo's sister-in-law was sentenced to 3 years in prison during the first trial on charges of distributing sex videos and blackmailing Hwang Ui Jo. After the verdict, the female victims expressed dissatisfaction with the lenient sentence and argued that Hwang Ui Jo should also be prosecuted for filming the videos in the first place. The 31st Criminal Agreement Division of the Seoul Central District Court sentenced the sister-in-law to 3 years in prison on March 14 for violating the Act on the Aggravated Punishment of Specific Crimes Retaliation Threats. The court further mandated that the sister-in-law undergo a 40-hour sexual violence treatment program and imposed a 3-year prohibition on employment in institutions serving children, adolescents, and individuals with disabilities. The court pointed out, the defendant distributed sexually explicit videos and photos of the victim, Hwang Ui Jo, well aware that he is a well-known national soccer team player. The defendant threatened the victim and ultimately posted the content on social media. The gravity of the offense is considerable. Continuing, the court stated, the defendant denied the offense for a considerable period from the investigation stage to the court proceedings and obstructed evidence collection by resetting their mobile phone. Therefore, it cannot be considered that the defendant is genuinely reflecting on their actions. However, the court added, we took into consideration the defendant's belated confession, her clean record before this incident, the difficulty in identifying the other victims besides Hwang, and the fact that the defendant is seeking reconciliation with Hwang also asking for leniency for the reason of the sentencing. Immediately after the verdict, a legal representative of the female victim's side addressed the reporters, expressing dissatisfaction with the ruling. The representative stated, anyone looking at this case would think Hwang Ui Jo is the sole victim in this case. The representative further stated, while it's plausible that the defendant alone carried out the distribution, it's crucial to note that if Hwang Ui Jo hadn't secretly recorded the video initially, and he recorded content without the female victim's consent, there wouldn't have been any material to distribute. Consequently, Hwang Ui Jo also played a role in the dissemination. The legal representative added, while the court emphasized the significant impact of the video dissemination on Hwang Ui Jo, citing his status as a national representative player, it fails to acknowledge whether the societal repercussions for men and women are truly equal when intimate videos are spread. Is the damage to the social reputation experienced by men and women in South Korean society genuinely equivalent in cases of sexual content dissemination? They further criticized, South Korean courts seem to lack proper recognition of the inherent fear and distress experienced by victims of digital sexual crimes. Furthermore, they emphasized, the minimal way to reduce the secondary harm suffered by the victim is for the prosecution to indict Hwang Ui Jo promptly. On the 8th of last month, the Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency's Cyber Investigation Unit referred Hwang, who was under investigation for illegal filming and secondary offenses, to the Seoul Central District Prosecutor's Office without detention.